Hey lovely people! In this video we are going to finish the rest of our task checklist for Google Slides. In this video we are going to share a slide deck presentation, use the print preview to print slides or note handouts and save them as a PDF copy, and also finally share a slide deck with someone and change editing rights. Okay, so let's talk about sharing a slide deck presentation first. And I think you saw that briefly when I was showing you this cute little video. But anyways, let's go back. So let's say that we open up our presentations. Remember, if you don't have it right on hand, you can always just go and open a new tab and type in slides.new in your Omnibox. And that will bring you to a new slide deck. If not, you can also just use your waffle and that will also bring you to your slides. So the difference with that is with the waffle, we'll actually bring you to all the slides that is found in your Google Drive. So these are all the slides I've been working with. If you prefer to use the template, you could use the waffle menu and find a template in your template gallery. So you can click on general, there's a bunch of them right here. Okay, so let's just go back to where I was before though. All right, so here we are at that slide deck that we were working with. So to share that slide deck, we're just going to open up the presentation and then we can click on the blue share button on the top right corner there and name it before sharing. I'm going to call it Google Training for TAs. And then this box will show up and it will ask you, who do you want to share this presentation with? So you could just type in the name of the people you want to share it with. So maybe your main teacher, maybe you're the main teacher and you're absent or you have a sick day and you want your TA to lead that class, so you could put your TA's name in there. Or maybe there's two of you TAs or three of you in the classroom and only one person had a copy of it, so that TA will send it to the other TAs. So you can just type in their names and then select the email addresses. So I could select these are my NERIC ITS team, and they're used to getting weird stuff from me all the time for training purposes. So I don't think they'll mind if they find a cute video of a world's smallest cat in their emails. All right, so what I did is I typed in their names and it selected them and then it gave me their email addresses. And then we want to talk about their editing rights. So do I want them to just watch the video or the slideshow? If that's the case, I'm going to change this to just viewer, right? So this is what those different editing rights mean. So if you have viewer, you just want them to open up the presentation and view it, watch it. You don't want them to change anything, so you're just going to put them under viewer. You could have them as commenters, so they can open up your presentation and they can watch it, but they can't make any changes. Only you can, because you're the one with the main rights, you're the editor. And the only thing that they can do is add a comment. So maybe you're working with the room with your main teacher and the other TA on a lesson, and you want to get their feedback before you finish this, right? So you can just leave it to commenter. Or if you want everyone to have rights to this, so if you want them to be able to change things without you there, then you can set them to editor. So everyone here has equal access. They can open the presentation, they can view the presentation, and they can make changes. They can change your font, they can change your images or your video if that's what you want them to do. So you make sure the box for notify people is checked, because sometimes we just need a little email reminder, and then we add a message in there. So I'll just give them a heads up they're going to get a random PowerPoint from me or a random slide deck. Hey team, this is uh, uh, an example of a slide deck I am building with TAs. No need to, no need to edit, just delete and trash afterwards. Alright, and then of course let them know it's coming from you, Shaska. Alright, so here we're sharing this PowerPoint and we actually changed their editing rights. Okay, then you see the link, and that's just the link to this presentation. And I also noticed that you can add an expiration date. So maybe this lesson is only until October 30th, but you don't want them to have access to it afterwards. So you can actually set that to expire. So the here it expires November 1st midnight for them. You can click on the expiration and then select a different time and press done. You can also change the settings. So if you have them as editors, they have your permission to share your PowerPoint, your slide deck with someone else. And whoever has that option, whoever this PowerPoint or slide deck is shared with, those people can print your PowerPoint, they can copy or make a copy of their own or download it. So depending on what your lesson is and what you're sharing it for, you might want to take a look into those settings. And then finally, let's go ahead and press send. And then I'll probably have a message on my WebEx asking me what it is. But that's okay. We're going to make their Monday, their Monday nice and wonderful because they get to see nice cat pictures, right? All right, so let's go back to the rest of our items here. So that was how we share your presentation and change the editing rights. Now, what if you have a student that, or a parent or guardian, and they're asking you, can we get a paper copy? So let's say this is an actual lesson on cats, and a parent is asking for, a printout. You can get this printed. So again, we're back to our original presentation. We're going to go to our menu bar and we're going to click on File and then scroll all the way down to Print. Okay. Now it's generating a preview, just takes a few seconds. All right, so here we can select the slides that we want to print, or we can have it print all of the slides. It's in my home printer right now. We can have it, and well, it won't be color because I only have a black and white printer here. But if you have color, then it'll show up in color, right? Okay, and then you can just print. Now, this is a lot. This is a lot of ink for like full-size pages. So I actually recommend you to print as a handout. So let's cancel and let's see how we can do that. All right, so let's go back to File. And I'm actually going to go to Print Preview. Okay. And so this shows you what it looks like when you are going to print it. So right now it's printing it out as full page 8 by 11 color slides. Okay. Now I don't want that, so I want maybe notes. So I'm gonna do one of these things, handout, maybe 2 slides per page. And I'm going to change out the layout from landscape to portrait. All right. And you know what? I'll still probably do, what does it look like if I do 1 slide per page? Let's change that. Oh, no, 3 slides per page. Okay, there you go. So that's kind of what I wanted. So by clicking on handout, it actually prints out these lines on the side. So if you're doing notes, right, this is a nice way to kind of provide your students with notes. So if they're following along with the slide deck, you could print this out, and this is where they could write their notes for each slide. So they have a little visual reminder of what the slide looks like, and then they could write their notes here. What does it look like if I have 4? I only have 4 slides, so let's see. Okay, so it just shows it as like one big printout. So it looks like 3 slides would be the one. So sometimes you just need to play around with the view to get it to look the way you want it. In this case, I wanted the handout version where there's some lines printed out for a student to write notes. Okay, so it's in portrait way. There's no background. I didn't skip any slides. And so you could do two things here. You could now download this as a PDF, and that's pretty cool. So now you have something for next year, or you can download it as a PDF and upload this to your Google Classroom as your notes. And then you can print it out for that student or that parent guardian requesting a paper copy. All right. So, let's see. What's the final thing that we got to do? So, we learned how to print our slides and notes as handouts. We can save them as a PDF, as I've said here. And we also learned how to share a slide deck with someone and change their editing rights. Looks like we hit it all. All right. So, hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching.